3, 2, 1. Let's go. Texas UT, excuse me, other Texas school versus Purdue.
All right, both the Purdue's bots have now left the base, and Purdue's sentry is also moving into the central buff point.
UT Austin having a bit of trouble with their hero here. Stuck in the base. Blue Standard 3, knowing that their teammate was in trouble, purchased all of the projectiles. That trade's going to be very important. Purdue launching volleys of projectiles. Is that the sentry? That is the sentry for Purdue, also unloading. It's already fired 130 projectiles as the sentry for the University of Texas falls to 100 health, 80 health, 50, 40. And there's the first blood going across. Purdue takes out the sentry of UT, gaining first blood and exposing the base to damage.
Where was it shooting? Was it shooting through the wall?
No, I believe I don't think the sentry is actually hitting the other sentry. I believe Purdue's sentry is hitting the wall.
It's just shooting the wall. Okay, yeah.
And at the same time, Red Standard 3 and Red Standard 4 were able to take out that sentry from University of Texas. And now they turn their attention to the base of UT. 200 damage dealt, 300 damage dealt. And from a balancing standard, you can't even launch back volleys. They're trying from their hero.
They're doing so much damage. This is we talked about this, the dual standard strat being like an early game, like you just sweep, right?
Yeah, early we discussed the difficulty of dealing damage to a base, but if the other robots are not able to put adequate pressure on your armor panels, you can see how effective they can be. 800 damage dealt already in this first round.
It looks like the hero from UT was pushing the sentry out of the way after it's already been taken out.
That's a pretty reasonable thing to do. You don't want a sentry getting in between your path, especially to your resupply zone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Many times in the game, you'll be driving backwards to your resupply zone so that you can heal while escaping a firefight. You don't really want to turn your back to your enemy, as it were.
And here we go, Purdue standing up that balancing standard in order to shoot at the base from a long distance, and we're doing a ton of damage here. They might be able to take it out in this case.
Such a cool technique that Purdue's able to utilize here.
Just barely losing out, but Red Standard 4 is now out as well.
There's that very tall Standard Purdue as it squats back down. You'll notice their HUD's very good. UT deciding to try and chunk through the base shield. They've got one more projectile. That'll get them close. I'm not sure if the hero's aware. I think now he is. He's out of projectiles. He's going to have to return to that resupply zone. University of Texas hanging on by a thread, but punching back nonetheless.
Yeah. Purdue's sentry is tracking UT's Standard 3 here, but is not firing at it, despite the fact that it has 98 ammo still virtually, so must be out of ammo physically. Oh, as soon as I said that, it started firing.
The happy caster curse. But that's really good computer vision from Purdue. We talked early about the differences within that sentry. It's identifying and tracking really well.
Yes.
Maybe having some issues with the communication. Is that another hero decapitation?
Oh,
yes, it is.
Gosh.
University of Texas hero absolutely decapitated, along with their dreams of escaping groups, as Purdue takes the win.
Out. Wow. And like we were saying, it all comes down to this first round, how the robots are looking and how they are going to hold up in the second round now. You're losing that hero here in this match. Very critical for UT, Hopefully it's 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're off.
Ooh, University of Texas
straight into the wall.
There we go. He got unstuck. Oh my goodness, bouncing around like a pinball.
Into it. All right, both of the Purdue standards are now also active and out of the field. The sentry is moving into its central position again on the Purdue side.
Purdue not wasting any time, coming and bringing the pressure to the University of Texas. In the cockpit here with the University of Texas, firing a few projectiles, taking a little bit of damage here, trying to body block for the sentry.
Sentry taking damage from the balancing standard here, and UT is not firing.
Yeah, I'm getting nervous. 196 projectiles is basically 200 still.
Oh no, the sentry's only at 50 HP now. If
this standard from UT is not able to fire, there is absolutely no chance. He's trying to shake that hopper maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's jammed. He's trying to shake some of those projectiles loose.
Purdue having to go and restock, but only 10 health left on the sentry, And once that sentry is down, you're to a base race from 2 standards versus 1. And I just don't see how you take that back.
Yeah, especially if your standard's not really firing. University of Texas dreams kind of crumbling before their eyes here.
Sentry goes down, and Purdue is now dueling with the standard here. You've already won a little bit of the objective. Both standards now focusing on the base, realizing that the UT standard is not able to fire back currently. Entering like a little bit of a rotation. Now we're going to see the standard level 4 hit the base, and standard 3 will come back, and they'll keep rotating.
Yeah, gold really the restricting resource for these standards, trying to finish off a base this early.
Yep.
Only dealing 5 damage per hit. They need to land 300 projectiles onto the base to take it down.
All right, 200 gold back. Both of them spending it, getting about 100 projectiles each, it seems like.
University of Texas, they've purchased a lot of projectiles in-game, and they've got a little bit more gold, but unfortunately it does not appear that they're able to fire. As we sit in with the driver for Red Standard 4 and absolutely annihilate the base for UT Stampede. Purdue, the Boiler Bots, showing why they were seated in a group. They're still in that top 8. Year 1, year 2, excellent showing. They're either out of projectiles.
Oh, they just ran into each other. But
you know what? We haven't had any robots become entangled yet this year. Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood.
But this might be the first year that happens, that we don't have one.
Purdue Sentry took a tiny bit of damage because of that. UT's Austin just trying to shake out any amount of projectiles, just get unjammed.
There's a wire dangling from Red Standard 4. Crazy that the bot is still just functional with that wire unplugged and dangling. Purdue, weight optimization. Take that wire out, I guess. It probably is a one of those daisy-chained armor module plugs. It's kind of what it looked like. It's a black wire with a white plug.
And this should be it. All these shots will land, and the base will be good down. And that's the win for Purdue, 2-0.
Purdue able to finish off their enemy, the University of Texas, their combatant in that match. Very decisively, right? The stats are going to show a pretty clear picture here.
Yep. Very unfortunate for UT Austin to lose that hero in round 1 and then the standard not being able to fire at all in round 2,